He would have thought 2.8% growth for the fourth quarter would have disappointed the market because everyone was expecting 3% growth in the US.
Damn Americans, you know, letting us down like that.
I know,
2.8.
terrible.
I thought the least they could do was give us like 3%. I mean, it was the fourth quarter. It's the festive season. What's wrong with these people, you know? Christmas time, they should have been out there in the
The IMF
stores.
is expecting us to grow by 2.5% in South Africa for 2012.
Now, we should be trying harder as well. Come on, people.
Spend money. But the US is getting a lot of things right, including freeing hostages.
I love this story. We're talking about the tongue-in-cheek stories of the week. So there were these hostages which had been captured by Somalis somewhere up there. So Navy SEAL Team 6, the same people that put Osama bin Laden at the bottom of the ocean, swooped into Somalia and shot up a whole lot of people and took the operatives back. Now there's some South Africans that are up there, so I did some web research. There's apparently a special unit of the South African Police Force, Task Force Unit. It's led by Brigadier Mkhwanazi. I think this weekend I want them in a helicopter up there to Somalia. You know, it's obvious we've got to test ourselves against the world's best.
I think we're also buying a warship, so that might work in our favour. Group 5, headline earnings per share for the first half expected to come down by as much as 42%. But you've got other juicy news with regards to an acquisition they made.
Well, they said in the results that they're under cautionary because they're going to get rid of their building materials supply and aggregates business. Now, for those that didn't have a long memory, in about 2007, Group 5 bought a business called Quarry Cats for 750 million rand. From a bunch of guys who owned a quarry around the place, and at that time everybody thought it was a good idea to control your sources of supply. Now, of course, this business has been making big losses, so it looks as though they're going to write it off or shut it down. 750 million rand blowing in the wind. That's what happens.
So do you buy construction or not now?
Well, you know, there will be a time to buy them, but nobody knows when that is.
And it also goes for Telkom, time to buy them or not. Given the fact that Telkom has been in talks with a Korean company which has gotten a lot of investors excited.
Yes, I got into a lot of trouble for making a joke that involved dogs when last talking about Telkom, but the Koreans are looking at it, and what made me laugh was that they said they're doing a diagnostic review of Telkom, a diagnostic review. A diagnostic review is what you do when somebody has some kind of ailment that you're not quite sure, you know, where it arose and how it's going to be fixed. But, you know, maybe that analogy isn't too inappropriate when it comes to Telkom.
So Apple is worth more than?
Ah, yes, this is another meme on the internet. Apple is worth more than. You know what they say? You can't compare an asset with a flow. So you can't say Apple is worth more than the number of people that were lost in the Second World War, or that Apple is worth more than Greece, or that Apple is worth more than all the, you know, oil in the sea. It's nonsensical. The one is an asset, the other is an economic activity. People stop doing that.
And very quickly, Nokia.
Terrible results out from Nokia. The joke was that they're 50% better than expectations, which means that they're only 73% lower than last year's numbers. Good news.
Fantastic, Paul. Have a great weekend. Thank you so much for joining us.